Hey guys, Robbie here with RV Salesable Oregon. I'm excited to show you this one today. This might just be the perfect Class C. It's a 2019 Entegra Quest. Entegra is who makes it. Quest is the model. It's a 24 footer. 24L is the model number. And it's that unicorn rig that's 24 feet on the outside and feels like it's about 30 on the inside. So obviously that's not true, but it feels a lot bigger on the inside than it appears to be on the outside. Underneath the hood on this thing, we have the Mercedes turbo diesel. I believe they're 3-liter motors. Nice thing about them is their economy. They claim to get about 20. Real life experience, what I've heard from people and what I've seen myself, is about 16 to 18, which is nothing to scoff at for a motor. Almost about as good as you're going to get. But you have the nice running boards there by your cabin. Obviously you have driver and passenger doors, nice big mirrors on it. A great color scheme on here too, very kind of neutral colors, but luxurious looking in my mind. Of course that's an opinion, but how I feel. You have a nice 3M film on the cap here too, is going to keep the front looking good from rock chips and things like that. Mercedes even gives you a step here in case you're not quite tall enough to reach things in the engine bay, so a nice little touch there that Mercedes does. Coming along down the driver's side, you'll see we have a full wall slide on this thing. It is basically the entirety of the rig, hence why it feels so big on the inside when you're not that big on the outside. Some newer tires on here. This is a full body paint as well, where it's not decals, so 10 years from now these things aren't going to be chipped and faded and peeling. They're going to look just like this. Just do your simple maintenance on it and this will stand the test of time. This was optioned with a diesel generator. The standard was with propane, but this is a diesel generator. I love them. I think they last a lot longer. They're really easy to keep service to, and they run off the same fueling system that runs the coach too, so you always have fuel with you, which is really nice. We have the storm windows on this thing, and you also have the slide awning topper up above, keep that debris out. This is our exhaust for our propane furnace, which is I believe 35,000 BTU for a rig this size, way more than enough to keep you warm. I'm gonna skip those bays because I've been bending over and my back's not doing too good. I'll show you pictures if you need to see them, but here's your wash bay, your outdoor shower, your city water, city water, and your Saniflush, so you can actually clean your tanks out from there as well. Makes it really easy to winterize, everything like that. Just switch a couple valves, bypass water heater, very easy. Our sewage clean out is right there, and I believe this is locked, so you're not going to get to see where the valves are for it, but it's right in there. That's where all your dump stuff is. On the rear cap here, again, nice finish, storm windows. I love having a centrally located window in the back, which is exactly what you have here. You can turn your head around when you're driving and see back here. Even though you don't need to, you have a backup camera right there. I think it gives you peace of mind. I appreciate it. You have your receiver here set up for 5,000 pounds with the 7-pin hookup, so if you're towing something, you're pretty much set to go there. And coming back down to the passenger side, kind of your same basic stuff. Access to holding tanks and things like that. So gray and black is right there, so actually that box on the other side's a mystery right now. I'll find out for you. Call me if you need to know. You have some outdoor speakers here as well. Nice big box awning here. The nice thing about the box awning is they don't have arms here, you know, so when you open it up, it's just a big open space, covered open space, and you do have a nice LED strip lighting there, which may not look like much in the daylight, but when that awning's out, you turn that on, you just get this nice ambient glow underneath that makes it for a really nice setting in the evening or at night to be outside. Again, storm windows. This should just be our propane tank here. It sure is. Looks to be a 30-gallon. No, it can't be right. 20-gallon. Find out for you. You need to know, just let me know and I'll tell you. I don't know off the top of my head, pardon me. Again, another outdoor speaker. And let's go inside because that's where this thing really shines. One thing I always like to point out when it's located properly is your controls here. Your awning control is right there. I will never understand why they put awning controls away from the door where you can't actually see your awning. They didn't do it in this case. It's right there. You can switch your inside and outside speakers from right there. This is your leveling system, so you can just click that from the step. I mean, it's located properly. That's why I point this out. You know, your cutoff and then your step and awning lights all right there. Everything that you would use on the outside is accessible from the outside, even though it's in here. So nice touch there. Looking at our cockpit, it is kind of your standard cockpit that you'll see with these Mercedes Sprinter chassis. Really well done, kind of lowered down. They make it they give you good enough head height where it's really easy to get in and out of this cabin when you're coming from the driver or passenger seat to the house. You have a smart wheel there. So you can answer calls, you know, change volume, control your head unit from there. You do have a battery boost as well, which is just going to tie house and chassis batteries together, like having jumper cables with you at all times. And that head unit there is a smart head unit, so it has Bluetooth and all the comforts that we've come to be used to. Both of these chairs do swivel around here. These cushions, if you're wondering, actually go right on there for when they swivel around, so that your butt's a little bit more elevated than your feet when you do swing around, because the floor is elevated there. There's a table that goes right here. That table is right here, and the pole is right there. You do have some curtains that go along right here as well to cut off all the glass for privacy in here, so that's what this is. Let's see what, oh, I have to point out the flooring. I don't actually know what this material is called. I've seen it a lot. You see it in the high-end coaches. It's just so nice. It's super durable, incredibly easy to keep clean, and it's that nice mix between having to be like a laminate and not having carpet, you know. So it's a really nice finish. It's like a woven, almost like a bamboo. I don't know what the material is, so, but a really nice finish on the floor there. You have that big window up on that front cab there too as well. So my one hang up with these beds is sometimes you'll feel like you're kind of trapped in there. Having that window does a lot for you. It just kind of lets you feel like you're not so trapped in a space. And it is powered electronically. That's what those controls over there are in the space up there. Beautiful finish on all the cabinetry here. It's got this real nice kind of lacquer type finish. It's real clear, easy to keep clean. You just wipe it down. You're not going to get a bunch of stains and things like that on a finish like that. But good storage here. I love the hardware that Entegra uses. It's just kind of stout. It's not something that's going to fail on you. It's made of metal, real metal, so it's not just going to break like a lot of the plastic stuff. And even your hinges are probably overbuilt for the size of these, but better to be overbuilt than underbuilt. You have a Corian type counter with a single din stainless steel sink. You've got your Juan 2-burner stovetop by Suburban. And then I love the way they sunk the microwave convection oven down below, so it's not taking up any space up here or on the counter. And you know, convection microwaves are wonderful. It took me a long time to be able to realize that they're probably the better option than a propane oven. Now, both have their benefits and their downsides, but I would say overall, I think the convection's a better way to go. Easy to get to your control panel, really easy to understand. Nothing's overcomplicated here, but you know, for your generator, your slide controls, you can flip your inverter on. You have a 2,000 watt inverter in here, heated tanks on this thing, and then your water heater is gas and electric. That's what these are, and that's just to turn your water pump on. You'll notice the AC is all ducted. That's what these guys are, so vented throughout the ceiling. This is just the intake for your AC. It can actually come out there as well if you leave that open. The dinette here makes into a great sized bed. My wingspan's about 6'2". To give you an idea, a pretty tall person could be sleeping on that thing comfortably, and you do get some storage underneath the benches as well. Your big slide has this built into it, so this can be used however you want. I would say because of its location, I'd probably use it as like a pantry for dry goods, things like that. Again, however you decide to use it, there's no wrong answers. And then some built-in shelves here that I think were built in after the fact. These can easily be taken out if you wanted tall storage, because you have these nice drawers in below it. You might not need so much horizontal storage, but again, to each their own. Let's start with commode. Oh, pardon me. Norcold fridge. This is a two-way fridge, propane and electric. Looks to be about 5 or 6 cubic feet. And then coming into the bathroom, very functional, porcelain potty. You know, a pretty long-legged guy. I got room in here for my knees. That's not a problem. Good size shower. Bit of a step up, just in case that's a problem for you. It is about maybe an 8-inch step up. But even once I'm up here, I got plenty of room. Thank goodness for the skylight. My head fits in here well. I can get my arms up, move around, and the door doesn't take up much space, which is nice. You do finally have your own window in the bathroom. So many of these things are just a closed-in box. But nice little storage there, and a bit of storage down below. Towels, things like that, you know, toiletries, whatever you might need up top. All right. And just looking at the bed you've probably already seen here. This is the one thing that changes when all your slides come in is a folding bed. So you don't have a full bed. You can use it however you'd like, but it's not this size when the slides come in. That's the only thing that really changes in here. But you do get some nice built-in storage there. You have a nice little tucked away storage on that side that you might not know about unless the rig was yours or paying attention to that kind of stuff. But you are a queen size bed. It's an RV queen, so slightly shorter. So for someone like me, that's fine. You know, I'm 6'2", and I sleep on that fine. If you're 6'8", you might need to look for something that's a little bit longer, but you know, to each their own. For 95% of people, that's going to be plenty of bed. You definitely have that width. Again, it's a 24-footer. They had to give up space somewhere, and it's just kind of, it doesn't feel like they had to give it up very much at all. So the 24-foot, it is an Entegra Quest. 24L is the model number. It's a 2019 with like, I think it's like 16,000 miles on it. It's just a pup. It's just warmed up. So if you guys are looking for something like this, they've become very popular for good reason. I've got one. So I hope you guys enjoyed the video. If I left anything out and you need some questions answered, please just reach out to me. I try not to stretch these videos on too long, but there's a lot to talk about on this rig. So anything you need to know, reach out. I'll talk to you then. Hope you all enjoyed the video, and I'll see you in the next one.